Hey guys, how's it going? It's July 24th, 2016, and it is time for another Backyard Chickens update. I have not been here for the last week and a half to check on these guys, straight up. I was out of town and someone else was looking after them for me, so this is actually the first time. I let them out about an hour ago. First time they've been out of their coop in a week, more than a week. It's crazy, but if I show you guys, let me show you guys an awesome clip of all the eggs that we got during that week that the person that was taking care of these chickens brought home for us. Oh my goodness, look at all those eggs. Look at the big eggs. Awesome, right? Well, I have another surprise to show you. My brother, before we left, decided, you know what? Because if you guys remember, our first egg in the last Backyard Chickens update was laid right there next to that cinder block. And it was kind of a peculiar spot, and they laid it there for a couple days, and my brother decided right before we left out of town, he was gonna put in the nesting boxes inside there a whole bunch of pine shavings. He just threw it all in there. It was like a giant pillow, the biggest pillow I've ever seen. Well, mission accomplished, ladies and gentlemen. Let me walk through this maze of coops that I need to fix. We'll be talking about all this soon enough, but let me show y'all exactly what surprise was in store for me today. So I came out here, opened it up, and we have eggs there and eggs right there. You can see the color difference. That right there, I'm pretty sure that lighter color one is from our Buff Orpington, and the other darker ones are probably from our Rhode Island Reds. Although, I mean, I'm not entirely sure. But I saw these guys, these are 2 days worth of eggs, and I did not touch them because I wanted to show you guys exactly how they were laid. Pretty neat, huh? Well, that's that, guys. The chickens have been running around for about an hour now. I'm gonna leave them out till sun's down and they're inside their coops. But there's a couple things I want to go over before the chickens go inside, since this is a chicken update. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know I made individual coops with nice little sheltered homes for my chickens before we left, just so the roosters wouldn't peck at each other and they'd have a nice cozy place to sleep. Well, couple problems have arisen because of this, and I'm going to show you how we're going to fix them today. Well, when we were gone, my family and I had someone looking after the chickens for me, and they didn't let the chickens run around because obviously it takes a while for me to get them back in here, and they don't want to look after them, right? Them running around in the yard. So the chickens stayed in here, but they still needed water. So the person looking after these chickens would give them little bowls of water twice a day because it's 108 degrees outside right now, and the chickens need water, and the person wanted to make sure that the chickens were not dehydrated. Although this seems really tedious. Of course, you could see that. And we are going to fix that right now. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be hanging, imagine this is on its side, we're going to be hanging buckets of water with drippers on them specifically for the roosters. So it's going to be, I think it's going to come out pretty cool, and we're going to work on it right now. But otherwise, guys, I've seen a significant decrease in the amount of hostility that the chickens have been administering to each other. So let me go down for you guys. Cocky Rocky and Shaq, they don't really pick on each other as much as they used to because now they have free reign of the yard. They could go wherever they want. And kind of Ducky just stays, he's back over there somewhere. He stays with his hens. I'm super happy that these guys aren't picking on each other and that they've finally learned to get along. Right, Cocky Rocky? You're still the tomato thief, aren't you? He was in my garden earlier today looking at the tomatoes, but I don't really let him get all that many tomatoes. Speaking of which, guys, if you also watch my garden updates, we got one heck of an update coming up. It's gonna be the weirdest update I've ever done, ever, and it's coming out tomorrow because I'm not gonna make it today. But yeah, guys. Alright guys, there we go. We got 2 buckets with drippers on them. Alright guys, so the new water sources for the individual coops are now up. I went ahead and put the bucket on here in a corner, and this is how it would look like if the chickens were in here and we're missing one of the little shelters, but there's a little dripper right under there. You could see it, and that'll hold water for the chickens for a couple days. And well, I bring out the chickens every day anyway, so whenever I bring it out, or whenever I bring them out, I tip this thing over. So I tip it over like this. Excuse me, chickens. What I do, it's kind of cumbersome, and I didn't really think this through all the way, but what I do is I tip that over, and all the water will spill out, and I'll have to put more fresh water in, but that's perfectly fine because you should be giving your chickens fresh water every day anyway, you know? So that's that, guys. And then I found something that kind of touched my heart, maybe kind of sad, is when I was hooking these things up and tying all that stuff together, guys, Shaq went ahead and got all the way up there. That's where he stayed for the longest time before we moved him into the individual coops. He stayed up there on top of the little house. So he just kind of went back up there, and it's kind of hard to tell them apart, guys. Like, I'm gonna be serious, it's hard to tell Shaq and Ducky apart. So what I was thinking of doing is I'm gonna buy little chicken bands. They're like little rubber bands that you put around their ankles. Now, I don't know how in the world I'm gonna be able to catch Shaq. He looks like he's gonna peck me. I don't know how in the world I'm gonna be able to catch him, because he's gonna try and kick me and stuff whenever I try and put something on his foot. But that's what I kind of want to do, because it's gonna be hard to tell them apart. Like, it's already hard enough to tell these two brown ones apart, Lola and Twinkles. Alright, guys, well, I'm gonna do a roll call of all my chickens, just in case anyone's new to the channel and wants to check out all of my chickens. So, if you have not met them before, this is Toriyama the Beautiful. She's a Buff Orpington, picked for being pensive. And yeah, she's kind of the outlier because she's a different color than all the other chickens, but she's really special. This right here is, whoa, I have to look at them for a bit. Let me look. This is Twinkles. The reason I could tell Twinkles is because the comb on the top of her head is a little bit more symmetrical than Lola's, because Lola's all crazy. But this is Twinkles. She has a little twin with Lola. They're both Rhode Island Reds. And then we also have our Rhode Island Red rooster, Cocky Rocky. Although I'm not entirely sure. You guys know that, if you haven't heard the story about Cocky Rocky, when we got him, he was he's some kind of chicken. I don't know what kind of chicken he is. He looks like a Rhode Island Red, right? Like, he looks like it. But we pulled him out of a box of pullets, which are girls. But he's a guy. So that is crazy how that happened. And then we obviously have Ducky the Alpha. He takes care of his hens very, very nicely. The Barred Rock, Plymouth Rock, something like that. He's black and white, and he's really big, and he protects everybody. And then we have his little brother, Shaq, who goes up there. He does his own thing. He protects them too, but he doesn't stick around with the flock. He does his own thing. We have Cocky Rocky. Yes, say hello, Cocky Rocky. But yeah, guys, it's been really hot. Obviously, I say that in every chicken update video, but it's really hot here, guys. So just having the chickens have, you know, secure water sources and have them in the shade, it sits well with me, because then I know my chickens aren't going to overheat and they're not struggling in the sun. Because your chickens should be cool chickens, right, Cocky Rocky? So yeah, guys, it's Sunday, July 24th. I think I'm going to end the chicken update here. There's really nothing much to tell you guys, other than we got the awesome eggs. Chickens are doing well. Hopefully the chickens continue to get along like they've been getting along, because I've noticed, obviously, decreased hostility between all of them, and hopefully they continue to stay so adorable. Look how adorable you guys are. I love you all so much. Oh, hello everybody. Everybody came out to say hello. Or goodbye to the people on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching these chicken updates, if you do watch my backyard chicken updates. I try to make them informed and show you guys any mistakes I might make and how I come to solve them, and if I solve them the right way, because obviously you guys know this is the first time for me having chickens, and I am not the most knowledgeable towards them, so that's why, like, I made a new little waterer for them, and this is my solution to their watering problem. I made the individual coops to stop the roosters from fighting amongst each other. I made little shelters so they could stay out of the rain. I built all of this by myself on the Backyard Chickens update playlists and series. So yeah, guys, hopefully if you guys are looking to get chickens or already have chickens or anything like that, maybe me going through the motion of just, you know, taking care of mine and documenting me taking care of my flock can help you all out, give you a little bit of knowledge about what I do and why I do it, because that's why I try and make these videos as informative as possible for you guys. So yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and see you guys later. Chicken butt. Bonus content. Hey guys, bonus clip of the day is the chickens. I found this in Mexico. Well, I bought it in Mexico, and it's got a little ball, and then the chickens, when you move the ball, eat the seeds. Isn't that adorable? That's it for the bonus clip of the day, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed.